In today's video, we are going to be looking at the pros and cons of corner steps. Whether you prefer sharp square miters or rounded curves, your choice changes how the stairway functions and whether it meets local building codes. So let's go ahead and start with our first design, the 90-degree square miter. And the most basic design is where two stair sections meet at a 90-degree angle. In the geometry, at the 45-degree mitered point, your step is actually larger and about 17 inches. However, as you move towards the sides, it tapers down to the standard, and in our example, that standard will be 12 inches. The problem, if you walk up the very edge of the stairs, the treads get progressively narrower until the final turn. And don't forget that most residential codes require at least a 36-inch width. And if your stairway is narrow, then these tapering side steps can become a major trip hazard. Our next example is a 6-inch rounded radius. A common variation is softening those square corners with a small radius. The reality here is while it looks smoother, you're actually reducing the usable surface area of the step. The risk to this is if you have a tight 36-inch stairway, that small curve can make the last step feel uncomfortably small. And if you love this look, consider widening the overall stairway to compensate for the last corner. Number 3, the deep 12-inch curve. If you go for a larger 12-inch radius, the design becomes much more aggressive. The problem is simple. This curve takes a big chunk out of the tread. For anyone walking up the inside of the curve, the step becomes so narrow it's borderline dangerous. And what can you do to fix that? If you're committed to the deep curve, you almost certainly need to increase the stairway width beyond the 36-inch minimum to maintain a safe walk line. And in our last example, we're going to be looking at concentric curves. And this is a design most building departments want to see, and for good reason. Instead of just rounding a corner, you create every step from a single center point. And in our example, we used a 1-foot measurement for each one of the increments. This provides a consistent 12-inch stair depth all the way around the curve. No matter where you walk, inside, middle, or outside, these steps feel exactly the same. This is why you see this design in most professional builds. And my final thoughts on this will be that if you already have stairs that don't perfectly match these rules, don't worry. You don't need to tear them out, as long as they were approved when the house was built, because they are likely grandfathered in. But if you're planning a new project, then make sure you check with your local building department first, because it's always going to be easier to fix a design on a piece of paper or computer screen than it will be with a sledgehammer later. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let us know by hitting the thumbs up button or letting us know in the comment area.